I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. Every September 19 and another two occasions of the year, Saturday before the first Sunday in May and December 16, the miracle of the liquefaction of the blood of Saint Gennaro occurs, which for the rest of the year is preserved solid in a reliquary. It is an extraordinary event, a prodigy that has been occurring since 1389. Gennaro was born in Naples in the 3rd century. He was Bishop of Benevento and earned the love of Christians and the respect of pagans for his dedication to the neighbors, manifested in works of charity directed to everyone indiscriminately. He was a person very close to people. Everyone saw in him a point of reference and a kind of guardian and protector. He lived during the time of Emperor Diocletian and his great persecution against Christians. Judge Dragonio, proconsul of Campania, ordered Bishop Gennaro and five of his friends and collaborators to be imprisoned. Gennaro was sentenced to be torn to pieces by lions in the Pozzuoli amphitheater. They say that the beasts knelt before Gennaro, refusing to harm him. The proconsul Dragonio changed the sentence to beheading upon realizing the support and sympathy that Gennaro and his friends enjoyed among the population. On September 19, 305, Saint Gennaro and his friends were beheaded in secret. Just after the execution, Eusebia collected some of the bishop's blood in two small vials and hid it. This blood is what has become the protagonist of the most famous miracle of Saint Gennaro. All the bodies were buried, and 100 years later, in 431, the relics of Saint Gennaro were transferred from Pozzuoli to the catacombs of Capodimonte in Naples, which have since been called the catacombs of Saint Gennaro. Pilgrimages to these catacombs began in the 5th century. The people of Naples resorted to Gennaro, especially during the earthquakes and the violent eruptions of the Vesuvio volcanoes. The Cathedral of Naples was built on the remains of a church built by Bishop Stephen following a very violent eruption of the volcanoes Vesuvius in the year 512. At that time, Bishop Esteban asked Gennaro to intercede from heaven before God to protect the citizens. Bishop Esteban placed the skull and the two vials of blood of Saint Gennaro in the cathedral. This contributed to their being saved from the looting carried out by the Lombards in 831, taking the bones of the saints. The bones were found later in 1492 and joined to the skull. Even today, the world-famous miracle takes place in the Cathedral of St. Gennaro 3 times a year during a solemn ceremony attended by thousands of faithful, and the blood of St. Gennaro liquefies again. The first liquefaction of Saint Gennaro's blood would have occurred during the transfer of his relics to Naples. Bishop Severus met Eusebia on the road, and there the saint's blood contained in the two small vials dissolved. The dissolution of the blood of Saint Gennaro has been the subject of scientific studies and refutations aimed at demonstrating how is it possible to chemically reproduce the phenomenon with methods already known in the antiquity. Saint Gennaro died as a martyr for Christ because he knew that with God we always win.